Oh my goodness. This phone is roasting hot. Do you like it?
Yeah, it looks like it's like
Did I get it wrong?
Like a Tron.
It's electric. Oh, hot coffee. This is the ultimate conundrum. Do you have your hot coffee first thing in the morning when it's super hot outside? Or do you opt for less hot coffee? But how can I say no to the hot coffee? Because it's so delicious.
I love babies.
That, out of context, that might sound a little weird. There's a baby sitting outside who's very adorable. Anyways, good morning. And what a start to another roasting hot day here in Paris. I think I've figured out how I gotta hold this thing, but the wind is an issue. I don't know where my brain is right now this morning. Went, hung out, had waffle, lots of good chats. Good to see some friends. I think the wind might be killing it. I'm really curious to see if I can effectively block the wind without stopping the footage, because what might be my number one complaint about this phone, I guess I'm just jumping straight into talking about the phone today, is that it's not really a complaint, but it's a challenge that because the screen is so big, doesn't leave you with a lot of room to hold it where your hand isn't gonna overlap and start touching stuff that you don't really necessarily want to touch. And so I've been deactivating, I think not too often, but like stopping the camera occasionally and messing with my filming a little bit. So I want to try some time lapses because we finally have clouds for the first time in forever. So I'm gonna do a couple of time lapses here, try out the telephoto, the wide, everything. Just gonna see how the lenses do, and yeah, hopefully they make for some enjoyable footage. Hi, Joe. Now back to this. My phone is getting so hot. I'm so hot. It's really hot out here right now, standing in the sun, taking these. I mean, it's great. I love it, but I think I should probably go inside and get something to eat soon because I'm gonna like faint. Oh my goodness. Turns out leaving this thing in the sun for like 12 minutes or however long those two ended up taking, yeah, has an impact on how hot to the touch the phone itself is. Hopefully. It seems to be running fine though. That's another good test to see, like, does it overheat? How does it affect the footage? And does it start to throw errors, which it hasn't complained yet. My other phone would have been complaining by now and refusing to film. So that's impressive. Like, it physically is actually hot to touch. Like, I'm holding it gingerly. Anyways, let's go give it some more motion footage here and see what we come up with. How are you staying cool in the heat? I think that there's heat waves that have been popping up all over the world, right? But we don't have a lot of air conditioning here, so staying cool. Kate wrote about how she likes to stay cool, going to secret places where you can jump in the river. I don't know. Didn't really feel like it was affecting me until I was standing in the sun. So just getting out of the sun, I think, is enough for me. But how about you? Is there a particular drink that you prefer? Have some water? I don't know. The cloud coverage right now is making a huge difference. So I don't feel nearly as toasty as I did a minute ago. But it's crazy. Prashant and I, when we were having lunch, we had pizza. We started out in the shade, and then the sun moved over the street, and it was incredible how just that minute where the sun came into play was insanely hot. It was really uncomfortable. And then they came out and put the awning down. Immediately, fine. I think that's the nice thing about having a dry heat. For those of you that are wondering that right now, we don't really have much in the way of humidity. Sorry, there's Notre Dame in the background for you. We don't really have much in the way of humidity here, which is nice, and that's very similar to where I grew up. And it means that you get in the shade and it's okay, but dang, sun comes out. It's hot. Also, how's the selfie cam? Is it too beautiful? I got to keep playing with the settings. See if I can't make myself a little bit less beautiful. I mean, really. Also, they still close RERC every year in the summer. RERC, right, all the way through town. Just gone. Bookinistas, though, those guys selling their books, they gotta be sweating. Well, I found its limit. Apparently there is a heat limit to this poor little phone, which is understandable. But to be fair, the Pixel was struggling to browse the web while standing there. I was like standing there just checking out my phone, and it was also struggling. So this guy did pretty well. Got there. I have no idea how long it lasted actually in the end there before it just blacked out. But figured if it was hot enough for my devices to start, falling apart, maybe I should get inside. So I came in. You can probably hear the fan. I cranked the fan on. And I'm going to eat some lunch. And then I'm going to go back out. I think I'll try to grab a river drink in the shade with a friend. And then hopefully we survive this heat wave. It is really hot out there, and it's only getting hotter. Like, I don't know what the high today is supposed to be, but I'll put that up here. And, of course, try not to, sweat away and melt into nothing. Jess decided that she didn't want to brave the outdoors. Well, she's going to go brave the outdoors. I don't know what. She's got secret plans. I don't even know what they are. But anyways, having a little bit of fizzy water that I've just had sitting around for a little bit. And perfect slow-mo opportunity, just for the heck of it. I'm really enjoying it. I think, but the first one might be a little bit glitchy, and the second one is, I think, focused on the wrong subject. I mean, the more beautiful subject, but not what we'd intended. Turn the fan off because I'm sure that was probably not so fun to listen to in the background. Anyways, I've got a couple of these to open. Deb, apparently you sent me a letter that's been sitting in the back of the Peloton for a while. You sent this on June 22nd. That's impressive. Where's my knife? You'd think I'd come prepared these days. No, I don't even look at a calendar before I start filming. Who am I to pre-plan much of anything? Now, I did see there are a couple people that were kind of annoyed with how I open packages, and I mean, why? It's so much more fun if you pop in stuff and throw in, whoa, happy birthday. Ooh, look at the size. I love these little pizza slices. Look at this. Did you make this? This is super cool. Have an extra slice today. Happy birthday, Debbie Merkid. Debbie, thank you so much. Happy birthday to me, indeed. I love the pizza slices. Those are great. We're going to put those here. My birthday will apparently continue on until forever. It's pretty nuts that you sent that in June, and I'm getting it now. I don't know how. I think the Postal Service is doing okay, but I know they're struggling. Ooh, look at this. Some masks. Whoa, that's a big mask. Thank you very much, Jane. I like this. I like this blue. This is very nice. I just have to tighten these guys up a little bit, and away we go. Thank you very much. Oh, hold on. I think I got that on correctly. Thank you very much. Ooh. The soundboard, for those of you wondering, I said I was going to talk about it at some point. These are loyalty stickers. Also, speaking of loyalty stickers from the other day, they got returned that Kate sent in May. So if you thought you should have gotten them and you didn't get them, Erin Hill, Cynthia Shepard, and Rachel Gibbs, you guys are the honorary patron producers for today because you didn't get your cards. I mean, you're still in the pile to be randomly selected later, but I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully, we can get those to you eventually. I'll reach out and ask you about it in person. Now, it's more fun to me to when unboxing things and unwrapping and unraveling things. It's a lot more fun to, rip and tear and chuck stuff because, well, otherwise you just open in boxes. And that's not as much fun as see, I'm careful when I'm not sure what's in it. It's not as much fun if you just open stuff. Look at this. Wow, this is really nice. Whoa, that's like psychedelic. That is cool. Thank you. True Red. Wow, this is really nice. Hold on a second. What do we got in here? Edward, I think you actually sent me, I think there's a letter that I just got at the Peloton yesterday from you too. So your stuff's coming in random intervals. Thank you for the pens as well. A happy belated birthday to you. Greatly appreciate your work and getting my education before I go to Paris. Ed, thank you very much. I hope that travel becomes possible again here soon too, because if not, it's gonna be a weird world. I have no idea what to expect, but kind of strange. We're all feeling a little isolated. One of the things that we were talking about this morning at the Peloton, oh, sorry, the birthday card got pushed to the side. There we go. So a couple things. One, that just makes me think about that sense of isolation that I feel like we're all suffering to one degree or another. Some of us more than others. Obviously, in parts of the world, stateside right now, things are nuts. And hopefully you're staying safe wherever it is you are. A lot of time spent inside, a lot of time spent away from people. We're obviously out and about a little bit more here in Paris. It's getting kind of warm in here without the fan on. And we're lucky because we get to go out and sit outside. I'm trying not to sit inside too much. But we're really fortunate and taking advantage. After spending over 2 months completely alone in a tiny room by myself, I'm really grateful that I can get out. And I'm there are a lot of rumors. Like I don't know anything for sure, but it sounds like they have regional plans to lock us down if they need to. And there's a lot of rumors about after vacation is over in August, they might clamp down pretty hard in a couple of ways, which is why it's great to have more masks. Thank you, Jane, because we're probably going to have to wear these outside all the time, which is understandable, but there's like a background radiation. I keep thinking of it in terms of like background radiation. Like the background level of anxiety is just a little bit higher socially, more broadly. I mean, globally, everything is just kind of nuts. And I have to remind myself that it's okay to feel a little bit more like discombobulated and out of sorts than usual, because it's perfectly normal, perfectly reasonable to feel that way given everything that's going on, but it doesn't mean I like it. And I hope that wherever you are, you're doing okay. And I really appreciate that you send this stuff. It's just kind of funny to me. I guess I was thinking about it, like I really appreciate it when people send me these things. Like this pizza birthday card is killing me right now. I love this. It's very thoughtful. Thank you for helping me to feel connected to the outside world in that way. It's one of the privileges of doing what I do, is that I connect towards you as a group, but then to have these little individual things come in. I'm using the tripod that James sent me with the ball head and the cell phone clamp on it are awesome. And I don't know, I just feel really, really fortunate in that way. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. And thanks to everybody who sent me some stuff. And I know there are a couple people that were a little bit concerned. My dad said he was concerned when I dumped out a box the other day. I knew it was full of stickers, don't worry. But hope you know that just because I'm trying to make it entertaining when I'm opening boxes and letters and then letting them flutter to the floor, I hope you know it doesn't mean I don't appreciate it, because I really do. And I'm really lucky. And I hope that the postal services keep flowing and support your USPS, because they need it. Thank you. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stay in here for a little bit longer. It's really hot outside and it's not going to get cooler. But I have a couple of friends who wanted to meet up for a riverside maybe drink, or somewhere where maybe if we can find air conditioning, that would be great. And especially given how much hotter I feel now that I've turned the fan off, I'm going to turn that back on. And I was going to talk about this guy right here. So the soundboard is being used to make an audiobook. I told you that I was working on the audiobook for Sea of the Unknown, my book. I've recorded more than half of it now, I think. Feeling pretty good about it. I'll be releasing it a chapter at a time on Patreon, speaking of my patrons. And so for patrons at the Wanderer level and above, they're going to get early access to the audiobook, because I'm not going to release it until they've got to listen to all of it. And they get bonus commentary that will only be available to them. I don't think I'm ever going to release that anywhere else. I think they're the only ones that are that interested anyway. So I really hope that they're enjoying it. Anyways, if you want to listen to the audiobook early, or you want any of that commentary, feel free to join us over on Patreon. And otherwise, no worries. The book will be out in another few months. And if you wanted to get the audiobook then, you'll be able to. So I'm going to drink some water. It's really hot. And then let's go outside for a little bit more hot film and action. Hi there. BHV is a really famous department store that we could feel the air conditioning just walking by outside. So highly recommend it if you're dying to get out of the heat, or go get ice cream. That's what Lyrica wants. So that's another option. Get you. What did you want? So Pizzetto's down here. Okay, what do you want? Hey, I know these guys. Look what we ran into. Yeah, Dan.
J'ai un ami.
Non, en fait, il y avait tout à l'heure et on a...
Bonne journée. Au revoir. This is going to be such a mess. It's really good though. Thanks for the introduction. Appreciate it. And thanks for watching. I'm going to take a couple time lapses and hope my phone doesn't melt on the river. And see you bright and early tomorrow morning for, you know, a little bit more madness from the city of Paris. And it's today, what's today? Saturday?
Saturday.
So a quiet Sunday from Paris. See you tomorrow.
Se prend pour le jour et un mari pour la nuit. J'ai un homme pour l'amour et un mari pour la vie. Si je le trompe le jour, je suis fidèle la nuit. Ma vie se passe toujours au ciel de lit. Ma vie se prend pour le jour et un mari pour la nuit. J'ai un homme pour l'amour et un mari pour la vie.
We just one last closing note. This is insanely quiet. August, COVID, Paris, it's just like it's nice, but wow, ghost town.
Si je le trompe le jour, je suis fidèle la nuit. Ma vie se passe toujours au ciel de lit. Ma vie se passe toujours au ciel de lit. Ma vie se passe au ciel de lit.